Hello. Hello, everybody. Just 1 second. Then we'll be ready. Oh. It is my pleasure to truck for you all once more. Have the Montana event. No time like the present to do it. It is a lovely day. Fun. Temperatures where I live are finally going down quite a bit, which is a godsend. Adjusting the music down a little bit. Yeah, the heat made it extremely uncomfortable for my signature Burby headphones. Glad this is as bad as it. And I hope you're all having a lovely start to your weekend. I'm very glad you're joining me for a cozy, nice start to your weekend with me getting up to some truck adventures. All right, I need to do 2 more deliveries. Over 100 miles each. Let's have a look. We have until the end of September, but since I am going to unfortunately have to be absent for September, I absolutely want to make sure I get this done now before I forget. One of those people who puts things off too long, and then it's like last second, it's like, oh crap, I didn't do the thing. That's no good. We don't want to do. I've been to Billings, I'm pretty sure. No, apparently I have. There's no, like, icon here. I'm guessing it counts. Yeah, this is Billings. Okay, this is outside of Billings. I want to try to hit places I haven't been to. Been there. I remind if the pay isn't as good. I haven't been to Hopper. Let's do this one with the roller. That seems perfect. It is a Euro Truck Simulator event. I'm considering doing that, but I might also want to take a break from Truck Simulator after this. On stream at least. I'll think about it, you know. We have so many lovely games to stream and only certain amounts of hours in the day. So I'll think about it. An offer would be fun. Yeah, this will be hopefully a very lovely, cozy omen for the rest of your week. Oh, and my game crashed. That's not cozy at all. Game, please. I was just trying to get people to relax. Vibe. This is harshing the vibe. Game, it would be very lovely if you could not crash. They just randomly crashed the desktop. My computer wasn't doing anything this time. It was just, yeah, time to crash the desktop. Yeah, we'll just load the previous save because, yeah. Hope this is not a bad sign for how my driving's gonna be today. Yeah. Let's hope that job is still there because that was perfect for what I wanted to do. It was a town I haven't been to and it was far enough away, so. No! No! Dang it. That job's gone. Rude game, rude. Crash on me and then decide, nope, you can't have this job. I've been to Glasgow. I've been to Miles City. Havre is the one, like, Havre and Bozeman are the two places I've not been to. I was really hoping to get a job to a place I haven't been to. This would be 112 miles. It would be kind of boring, but at the very least it would be another job done, and it's over 100 miles. Go to Glasgow. Through Havre? Yes, but I need to do deliveries to and from the places, right? For it to count for the event. Nah, it's fine. I think I already hit that goal, by the way. I think you need to do like 12 out of 15 towns. And look, I've been to most of these now, but still, I like being extra sure. Yeah, I don't want to start there, though. I've not been there. I would prefer to deliver to it. I don't think I can quick travel there if I haven't been there. I don't know. It's been too long since I quick traveled. I usually just don't. I usually just take jobs. Because it's, you know, I get paid. Like getting paid. I don't know. Now that doesn't matter because all of these are places I've been to already. Let's just take the most lucrative job. Yeah, Glasgow's fine. Maybe from Glasgow I could get a thing that leads me to Havre. Where does I want to... I could also go to Sydney, make it extra long. Take care, Hawk. Much love to you. Safe. We could go to Sydney. But it pays like absolute ass. Like, that's no. 26 per miles this distance? Screw you. I'm not driving that. I'm not doing that. We're absolutely just gonna go to Glasgow then. Ugh. Yeah, let's just do it. Is the delivery pending? Wait. I still have that job active? Oh, yes, it kept the job. I thought it crashed. No, see, okay, no. It crashed again. I guess that job's just screwed. Like, I have the job, but the moment I ask the game to let me drive the job, it crashes. So it's a cursed job. Just a cursed job. Oh. Oy. Yeah. No, we received a cursed... We met a cursed truck job. You know, it's the sort of thing people tell tales of on the road. The spoopy ghost of truckers past. Trucker who had this job last was never seen again. Ooh, vanished mysteriously. How they say, if you drive past this particular stretch of road on the right time of day, right time of year, you hear whispers and distant honk. Gonna help myself on that one. Oh goodness. Okay, we'll have to abandon that job because it's screwed. Right, whenever I would tell it I please would like to drive this job, it goes like, no, can't do it. So that is a cursed job. Is the Glasgow job now gone as well? Yeah, I think it is. It was on the first page before, I believe. Let me have a look. Yeah, these are all different now. Great. The game's struggling. Ah. Everything is breaking all the time. Go back to the butts, but nah, it's okay. I'm not trying that horrible Sydney job. That's garbage. Not trying to Moab. No, 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 no. Billings my best option right now? I guess it is. We're doing Billings. We're doing a long haul. Yeah, I will abandon this job, though. Please, please let me abandon this job. Yes. Job is cursed. It doesn't work. Oh, it didn't keep the job I took, or did it? Did it keep my current job? Let me check. No, it didn't. I have to select that again as well. Oh my goodness. Interacting with the jumping right now is making me nervous. Because it's being so borked. Okay, the game crashed again. What the heck? Alright. That is annoying and weird. Trucking has decided to just not be nice to us today. I will check my Steam install just in case something broke there. Shouldn't be. I played a few days ago without problems. But you know how it is. The moment someone's watching, then things decide to break. Yeah, I'm verifying the files right now. I'm gonna check if something else is happening, possibly. Ay, 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 ay. Can I give it a quick look? No? None of my discs reporting issues with any of this. Don't like it. We'll verifying on Steam, and then we'll see what happens next. Just extremely weird because there's literally no reason for this to be happening right now. But, you know how it is. There's no reason. Doesn't mean it won't happen. Guess we're just kind of hanging out in the meantime. I'll find out why game not work. One file failed to validate and will be reacquired. Okay, good. If that's the one that broke everything. The load-bearing file. Oh. Okay, the load-bearing file that broke is a few gigabytes big. So if I suddenly sound really terrible on the stream, this will be why. My network has to download everything. I guess in the meantime, I'll just make myself big like this. And y'all can just vibe with me. I was thinking about putting a different text on my hat, but I don't know if I can come up with something better than Burb on Borb. I don't have mods. I'm not using any mods on this game, and I didn't update anything. I really just think something got corrupted in some funky way. I have no clue. Yeah, sometimes Steam breaks files in ways it really shouldn't. It hasn't happened to me in a while, but it's happened to me before, so it's an issue I'm sadly aware of from experience. I absolutely loved the Splatoon 3 demo. Ah, it was so fun! Glad I finally tried it. Like, I'm terrible at the game so far, because I've not played a single Splatoon until now. But, I loved it. If I can figure out my capture card until the release, I am going to stream some Splatoon. That's for sure. Because goodness, that's a fun game, and I want to get the fashion. Gotta get some squid drip. And oh goodness, I thought like the variety of weapons is really fun. Some of the sub weapons, like the sub things and bonuses, I had a hard time using right, the special things. But some of the guns were really fun. I really liked the ink roller. Really satisfying, especially once I got a hold of like clicking to attack. Oh, that was fun. And just rolling over people while dropping down from the top. Very good. If people would love to see that, I will absolutely stream it. Just like I'm excited to stream Pokemon when it comes out. I know I'm going to be one of many goofy people out there who absolutely love their Mons, but I love my Mons. You've seen my banner, you've seen my posts, you know, I'm so excited for Mons. I absolutely would be remiss if I didn't stream that. Super hyped for that. I want to see new Mons, new place. I want to see how they execute on the improved co-op. Like, it seems really cool in concept, but I am skeptical how well it comes out, because new tech features have always been a struggle for Pokemon games, especially in the last few gens. Like, they had ambitions, and that's good, but the execution was always a little bit... didn't stick the landing. I'm like, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I'm always excited for new Mons. I'm a sucker. I know I'm a sucker for the good Mon stuff. I absolutely adore the cute critters, and I love making fight. I love petting them or camping with them and giving them little treats. And oh my gosh, Mons is good. Mons is always good. Even when Mons is not great, like, I still usually get something out of it. That's something very few franchises do for me. And I don't blame anyone who's like, no, I'm not getting anything out of this. I also think they're making too many of the games, honestly. Because my problem really is that I think Game Freak are not being given enough breathing room, even with different teams working on different games at the same time. It's too many games. And not enough time to let the games breathe and learn from past issues and such. That's really my worry a lot. And I think that's often the problem with the tech, especially, that they struggle because there's just so much to learn in such a short amount of time. It's very rough. Alright, this game supposedly fixed itself. We'll figure it out if it has. Give that a look. I am hoping this will work. But yeah, I wish Game Freak would be given more time to relax and breathe on these games, because I think the games would benefit a lot. But we'll see how it goes. Violet and Scarlet coming out this November, so... exciting things on the horizon for new games coming out. In the meantime, we'll find out if we can truck. Let's find out. Can we truck? I would just load into the game, because that's last time when I tried to load in, it broke. intently watching that car. Because, oh my god. Please. Please can't tell me if you will work. Hmm. Yes! Yes, something's happening. It's loading in. More or less. Yeah, okay. We're actually trucking. Alright, select a job. And see if it holds. It's still in Kalispell. I'm still trying to truck something somewhere. Okay, a beet harvester this time. Let's go to Glasgow. Yes, I have heavy loads. I can do it. My truck is built. Yes. It's loading. Yeah, it really just seems like a file just decided to completely bork itself, and we had to fix it. This was not the case a few days ago. I love stream. I love the moment the little like tech fairies realize you're streaming. Something has to be broken. That is the pact. All right. Our quarry is nearby. Let's shake off the rust of Birbtrucking. Once again, someone left to remind me how to signal left and right, by the way. I completely forgot again. Oh my goodness. What is the prediction that's being put in right now? I can't really see it very well at the moment. Well, I'm trying to back out of this place. Very badly. I absolutely do not like backing into the main road. But we did it. Okay. What's the prediction? I can't see the full text in my program. But I see what Fizz is doing. Let's see. How do I get signal turn left and right? Because, yes, I know. Insert joke here about how I never do it because I'm a bird that lives on the edge. Am I not allowed to? Oh, I didn't go into the turn left lane. Well, too bad. I'm turning left. I have decided. See? No! No! Screw you. It was green when I went there. It counts. It's fine. It's great. I'm great at this. Rules are not for burbs. Have you ever seen a bird adhere to traffic laws when they fly around? Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, I'm a little bit off. I'm a little bit off. That's no good. Fix that. There you go. That's gonna work. That's going to work. Alright. Oh. A nice 430 miles to a place I've been to before. Unfortunately, I will drive for Havre, which is good. But we have to remember I did not make a delivery to or from Havre yet. I'm hoping Glasgow will have a contract with Havre. I wouldn't mind driving back that way if it helps me accomplish another goal. This time, I guess I will respect the red light. Don't wanna, but I also don't want to keep spending money on it. It's a beet harvester we're transporting. I don't think Montana's favorite like very popular, famed for its beets, right? I don't think that's a thing. What is Montana famous for anyway? Oh, it has birds apparently, good birds, and it has a seal, like a state seal that I thought looked like a hamburger from afar, which it wasn't. It was like a lake and mountains. It was very pretty, but from afar I thought it looked like hamburger. I meant that with zero disrespect. I am just a bird brain. Montana has been pretty so far. Definitely driven through some like nice forests and such, especially like the side roads. Pretty nice. I drove over a very pretty river before. Some nice things, but like, what's in terms of like production? We're thinking capitalist about this for a sec. What is Montana famed for? I know Idaho has potatoes, and that's what everyone makes jokes about. Guessing Montana isn't famous for beets. Oh, I do like beets, but I think it's probably not famous for it. Oh my gosh, what is this traffic light here anyway? Ugh. Why is this so backed up here? Don't like this. Ugh. Yeah, doesn't Montana make or do anything that's like big their economy or whatever? Oh. I really should have not even taken this lane. I should have taken the faster lane, but then I was stuck in this lane. Oh my gosh. Of course it's still red. Oh my gosh. But the moment I arrive, it's red. Oh, thank you so much, Squans, for the subscription. Extremely appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Because after Papa Bezos takes his cut, unfortunately, he takes a pretty big cut, so any little bit helps. Of course, I also have a donation button, and in my description. Currently raising some money for me to improve my gear, so it's obviously not urgent. If you gotta take care of yourself first, please 100% do that, but any little bit you can spare for that would go a long way. And in the meantime, I can keep entertaining y'all. Something I hope to make my regular income, at least to the extent that it's reasonable. The reason I need to improve my equipment, and I would really like to, is also so I can do more professional recording quality, or actually like voice acting jobs and such. Something I'm very passionate about, and I really want to expand to, because I know not only is that where my passion lies, but also it's important to have more income than just Twitch. I really enjoy doing this, but again, I bring this up every time this is discussed, but it really can't be said enough that the amount of money you make on Twitch, unless you're one of the extremely big heavy hitters, is embarrassingly low. Like, Twitch as a platform does not treat its creators extremely well. And it's wild how back when that big list leaked of the top 1,000 earners on Twitch, I have to still make this clear, but the bottom 25% of that, like the bottom quarter of the top 1,000 earners on Twitch, still made less than minimum wage in the United States. Just ask yourself that. That's not a lot. It looks like a lot, but for the amount of hours they worked, they made less than minimum wage per hour. So I want to make clear that it's really important for me to be able to, you know, do several things, go to conventions, do proper voice acting gigs, record from home, you know, professional for businesses, all that sort of thing. So I can not just have to rely on Twitch and whatever they decide next to do. For instance, I thought they would now keep, for affiliates, they would still keep VODs for 2 weeks. No, my VOD is already warning me that I published a day ago. It's already warning me that it's going to go offline in a week. So I know people don't tend to come to Twitch to watch VODs. They tend to like YouTube, which I do. I have a YouTube archive. Trying to be more speedy on updating that. But yeah, like, they're now deleting your stuff after a week. They just cut that down in half, and it's not like you have a choice about it. Probably partners still get 2 weeks, but I'm not a partner, and I'm probably not going to be one anytime soon, if ever. So, yeah, it's great. Very great when we're relying on businesses like this to provide the platforms for us. And I talk about this very candidly because I think it's important people know that. I love doing this. I do not resent the community. I do not resent the platform itself. I very much do not. I enjoy my time here so much with y'all. I just want to be clear that I am not going to pretend like everything's hunky-dory in Twitch land. Because unfortunately it's not. It'd be great if it was. Juan says, as a self-published author, I share your commiserations regarding Papa Bezos taking a significant cut. I'm guessing you mean publishing on Amazon, like Kindle and such? I'm guessing they take a pretty hefty cut from any Kindle sales you make. They take between 70% and 30%. Oh my god. Can I ask, like, you don't need to go into detail about your own stuff, but can I ask what determines which level of cut they take? Because that's a big variance. Like, that's a huge range. So, what determines which cut they apply to you? For us non-publishing people. Tax agreements with the US and exclusivity. Okay. Do they take a bigger cut if you're not exclusive? Or how does that work? Like, if you publish to other platforms, do they take a bigger cut? Because in their mind, it makes us less valuable for them? Because, yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense to me, unfortunately, you said. Depending on which agreements they have with you, they can just decide that. They give you more if you're publishing with them exclusively. That makes sense, but... what a terrible choice that is, really. Like, either you cut your audience, and thus your earnings smaller, or you cut your earnings smaller anyway because Amazon says, well, for you if you go to anyone else. Oh, that's rough. I am sorry to hear that. Good on you for being self-published, though. Like, writing is a very strongly respectable job, and I feel it's especially tough these days because we're living in a world where everything is visual. And I'm not excluding myself from that. My attention span is not amazing. I have ADD, so I see something with a lot of text, and depending on how my brain's functioning that day, I will probably not read it. So it's just so difficult. Like, you see a picture on Twitter, scrolling through your, like, massively, infinitely long feed. Yeah, of course, you can appreciate that picture in a few seconds. But text, like a proper book, that takes time to actually, like, focus. You need to actually take time out of your day to get into a text. No matter how good it is, you need to give it that energy. And plenty of people were just in the habit of scrolling for whatever algorithm fed thing they're on. They're probably not into that. They're probably not going to have the time. So I imagine publicity right now, marketing for writers is more complicated than ever. You really have to create buzz. You have to have a visual component. Many books I've bought and heard about of late were even made by YouTubers who I really like, which sounds goofy, but you know, if it's people who like Jiran Zhao, they write some fantastic books. Iron Widow is an extremely nice book. But I only heard about it because I was already following them on YouTube, so they already had an audience with me. So I recognize that I'm part of that issue. I would not have heard about this if this wasn't a person I had already known from other content they were making. And I imagine lots of other writers are struggling the same way if you're not already in that niche and you hear about it anyway from other people. This writer needs to be in some sort of other content, maybe a podcast, maybe a web series, something you like, to really make you aware of them and their writing. It's rough. It's very rough. I feel writers deeply on the problem. Rosie says, if I wrote a story about a giant multinational corporation taking over all free enterprise and making their logo a freaking smirk, I get accused of being heavy-handed. Isn't that how reality is like stranger than fiction? Yeah, Swan says a huge part of being a big writer isn't about skills here in this Klein of Dan Brown. Whose skill, yeah, is debatable. But networking and grabbing your chances. Well, that's how it is, unfortunately, in every creative space, and it's always has been. I'm just wondering about the specifics of publishing these days when we're in a time where people are being conditioned a little bit to having less and less of an attention span and focusing more and more on first 3 seconds of something grabbing them. And that's really rough for writing, because text is inherently not going to be like that. Text is about, especially a novel, a narrative, is about taking your time with it. Even short fiction, shorts, you know, some of whom I've seen are actually really fantastic, especially even ones focused on social media. I've seen a fantastic Twitter short. I think it was even nominated from some sort of prize, and I didn't keep up with that if it won this prize, but it was very much deserving of it, my experience, my humble opinion. About a person talking to an alternate timeline self of themselves. And it was entirely done via text messages. And it was so well done. It used the medium super well. And it was just screenshots, you know, of text messages, but it was a narrative. It was a written narrative, and it was really good. But even that, obviously, I needed to take a moment to read. It took about 5 to 10 minutes. And it needed the first tweet, because this author posted as a Twitter thread. First tweet needed to grab people, really. Or they wouldn't have continued clicking on it. Every time you have to make people click on something, you gotta entice them to. Click through and whatnot. Very tricky for a writer who's trying to build some sort of nuanced narrative, and then you have to put it in its super duper Cliff Notes version, sort of hook that gets people to even click. Also, we finally left Kalispell over here. I am so glad. Getting out of that town was awful when you hit every single red light. Now we can actually enjoy the gorgeous Montana countryside. Beautiful sunset over here, and the sun goes down. You see the light going through the trees, and they casting their shadows on the road. It's gorgeous. Also, I will try to ignore my husband's very cursed language in the chat right now. But yes, you're discussing offers of ill repute, including a specific author who is currently writing over 1,000-page-long book that is nothing but people on Twitter were mean to me once. Absolutely incredible. Literally an entire over 1,000-page-long screed about how no, but I might be rich and powerful and amazing, but no, my totally not self-insert is being hated on Twitter. Be sad for me. Oh no. Woo-hoo-hoo. I will say, you know, you can enjoy what you enjoy. I enjoy plenty of flawed and bad things myself. We live in a tough world. You know, we live in a tricky world. If something brings you joy, hey, go for it. I'm not going to judge you as long as you're not defending the flaws of the thing it brings you joy. And this person, this author is very much... She's not self-aware. She's in no way, shape, or form interested in being self-aware. She is one of the richest writers, maybe currently the richest writer on Earth. I don't know if Stephen King is richer. He might be. But she's definitely among the richest writers now. Especially due to how her books have spawned media empires. So probably the richest one. Stephen King adaptations exist, but, you know, they don't create freaking cinematic universes. So, you know, on one hand, I really don't want to spend too much energy on this horrible woman. But at the same time, you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. I've seen excerpts of that new thing she calls a book. And it's literally just really badly written fictitious tweets. It's like lists and lists of fictitious tweets with some slim excuse for a narrative in between. Like, if it's better in context, I would be extremely surprised. I would be extremely highly surprised if whatever garbage she writes in there about how everyone on Twitter is so mean. Headlight usage offense? What the hell? Why am I getting tickets? It's not even dark enough yet for using headlights. God damn it, Montana cops. Screw you. It is not dark enough for headlights at this hour, and you know it. The sun's still freaking up. People can see. Ah. But yes, Twitter even is a terrible platform. I actually agree with that. But the reasons why she thinks it's a terrible platform, why I think it's a terrible platform full of flaws, is... we have very different points of view on this, is what I'm going to say. Very different reasons for why we think it's a bad site. So yes, if you want to feel really, like, cringe in a derogatory, not in a charming way, if you want to just feel like exposed to extreme cringe, read any of the excerpts from this supposed story. It's exactly as embarrassing as it sounds when one of the richest people in her field writes an entire thing longer than the Bible, as has been correctly pointed out in chat, about how, no, the people on Twitter were mean to me. Mean. You know that gif of the guy? I don't even know what that gif's from. I'm sure it's from some movie or something, but you know that gif of the guy who's crying and then dries his tears with a bundle of money? That's her every day. I just think I need... Moon Sango says, I don't know if the game takes this into account, but I think in the US, all trucks have to leave their lights on, even during the day. Huh. Well, if that's the case, well, then I'm gonna have the lights on now for sure. That GIF is from Zombieland. Thank you for telling me that. That's a movie I've seen, I think, once on a flight, literally years ago, so... my memory did not recall that part. Woody Harrelson drying his tears with money. Yeah, again, that's a gift that is extremely fitting whenever a person who has more power, money, and influence than any of us could ever even dream of. If she cries that someone said something mean to her on Twitter before. And like I said, this is not me defending Twitter. Twitter as a platform is full of both nasty behavior and just the ways it encourages this nasty behavior. But I will not cry for a person as hateful and terrible as her, who then complains that people criticize her for being terrible and hateful. I don't get to freely hate people and say horrible, bigoted things about them. Censorship. No, it's not censorship when people tell you that what you said was really hurtful and terrible. If someone's like, you know, silencing you in a way that is is harmful to society. That's different. But if you're literally saying something terrible and someone tells you, well, I don't think you should be allowed to say this because it's literally the worst, yeah, too bad. People are allowed to tell you that. Oh my god, what is wrong with the Montana cops today? I literally... I guess I technically went like 6 miles above. Come on, 6 miles. You serious? Oh, jeez. Louise. Next, the cops are gonna find me for too much for talking about terrible offers. No, it's an entire topic. I don't want to hear about it. Here's a $400 fine. But that's the thing, I'm a cockatoo. I'm ungovernable. You've seen all the gifs of cockatoos getting up to crazy things. You know? You had like the cockatoo just you know, taking treats out of the box full of treats for the dog and just throwing them on the ground because the dog's there. Or the cockatoo that was taking down, you know, those spikes they put on windowsills and roofs and stuff to discourage birds from nesting there. I mean, you might have seen that video or gif where the cockatoo literally takes that stuff off and throws it down. Cockatoos are so powerful, y'all. We're ungovernable. We can't be contained. If we want to do something, we're doing it. We have our own law. It's bird law. And bird law means do whatever you want. Notice I'm not advocating for anyone to replicate my behavior in real life. I'm just saying, here in my realm of being the burb, I do what I want. I have the power. Yes, I will admit, the most important kind of law is WWE City Law. Gosh, if I could stream movies on here, I would 100% stream Scooby-Doo WrestleMania Mystery for everyone. You would think, you know, WWE, for instance, is a wonderful example of a thing whose output I used to enjoy. I don't enjoy their current wrestling offerings at all anymore, but I used to, and, you know, there's still things I have a soft spot for. That's a company who's run by a horrible person, with horrible policies, horrible treatment of its talent. Like, it's immediately gonna say that. Vince McMahon is one of the most disgusting men in his field of entertainment. But there are absolutely things in WWE that I extremely enjoy. And the Scooby-Doo crossover of all things. Yeah, that sounds like Noah Perry, you're joshing me. No, the Scooby-Doo crossovers were so good. Oh, screw you. Freaking traffic light. The Scooby-Doo crossovers were so good. Both that and, like, Scooby-Doo WrestleMania Mystery and Scooby-Doo's Curse of the Speed Demon are both generally very fun films. You don't even need to know much about wrestling to enjoy it. It's just good. It's just fun. It's a WrestleMania Mysteries, generally you can tell, made by people who both enjoy wrestling and Scooby-Doo, and they just go completely ham on the premise of Scooby-Doo and Shaggy are now huge wrestling fans, and they go to a town that is literally called WWE City. It is built for wrestling, and it has its own laws and its own police and all that crap. It's beautiful in every single way. So there's literally, like, it's just straightly the phrase, according to WWE City Law. It's perfect. It's perfect in every way. You can't make stuff like that up just as a joke. They made that clearly just going, you know what? If WWE is real in the Scooby-Doo universe, you know what? We're just gonna own it. As Fizz points out correctly, under WWE City Law, if you're accused of a crime, you're entitled to contest it by entering a fight at the next WrestleMania. Yeah, that's how they handle their legal disputes and crimes in WWE City. You wrestle to determine your fate, because of course that's what you do. Oh, I love it so much. It's such a good movie. It's on Amazon or whatever, other streaming things, I'm sure. Look it up. If you want to watch something that's, you know, dumb, but in a very charming way, it's a beautiful movie. And Curse of the Speed Demon, the slightly connected sequel, is also wonderful. It's like Wacky Races with WWE. Because we needed wrestlers to also race each other in a, like some sort of like mountain rally. Amazing. It's amazing. Extremely recommend that one too. There's so many things out there when it's so clearly like just like corporate tie-in stuff where it's not really loving in any way. You're just kind of dealing with some soulless promotion thing. But the WWE Scooby-Doo movies are somehow actually beautiful and funny. Grand Theft Auto, battery assault, first degree murder. Screw you, I'm contesting this in WrestleMania. Yes, I would wrestle the police about my tickets. They take me for speeding. Oh, screw you, we're wrestling for it. I'm a bird, I can peck you know? I got powers. I got powers you don't possess. The WWE title belt is the most powerful magical artifact in the world. This is known. Yes, it is. And yes, welcome to a Perry stream. I will talk about random things because it's how my brain functions, and I love talking about wrestling. I have an eclectic set of hobbies, let's put it that way. I love cutesy, adorable little animals and creatures, but I also love wrestling. Heck yeah. Is wrestling, like, let's be real here. Let's be real. Absolutely 100% real. Wrestling is anime for middle-aged American men. Like, that's literally what it is. Because think about it. It has all the goofy characters, the over-the-top gimmicks and backstories. It has all the wild fighting and the named moves and things like that. It is 100% anime for middle-aged American men. And I love that. I love exactly that. Wrestling is at its best when it's over the top as hell. Why do you think Japanese wrestling is some of the most fun wrestling we have in this field? Because in Japan, they just own it completely. The wildness of it all. That's why there's very few anime about wrestling, I found out. Because I was curious if, you know, show wrestling of this sort had any, like, famous or good anime about it. No, there's extremely little. Because they just watch the real wrestling instead. They don't need it to be animated. The wrestling is already so anime, you don't need to do anything else to it. I would absolutely love to go to a wrestling show in Japan one day, even if I didn't understand anything in terms of the words. The energy is unmistakable, you know? Like, there's different countries and different wrestling cultures, I'd say, and there's so much awesome indie wrestling now too, honestly. You don't just need to turn to the big companies and promotions. So much fantastic indie wrestling now these days, especially more like queer indie wrestling is becoming more and more of a thing, because here's the thing, right? Any debate about trans people in sports is completely irrelevant to wrestling, because it's a show. It's a show. It's all about the performance. It's all about actors clicking, forming awesome stunts together, and just having a boatload of fun, because that's when the audience has fun. There are so many fantastic trans wrestlers out there now. And I'm not even just thinking about James Stephanie Sterling here, but of course, you know, Commander Sterling is a sterling example. But no, there's so much awesome stuff out there now in realms of indie wrestling. We've come a long way since people would wrestle on badly camcorder filmed shows, quote unquote, in their backyards. Backyard wrestling, not nearly as a thing as it used to be, because now putting a semi-decent show together with your friends is easier than ever. We all have cameras in our pockets now, thanks to phones. And people are better connected than ever, too. So that's the advantage of the internet being the way it is now, you know. Very much even with all the stupid negatives that entails. It's easier than ever for people to find each other who come from a certain background and say, hey, we can do this together. It's going to be awesome. So yeah, indie wrestling. Some excellent stuff. Highly recommend. If you're tired of big corporations. AEW is quite solid. Not always perfect, but there's a reason why they poached half the talent from WWE. Vince deserved that, so. But if you're tired of like big companies doing wrestling, 100% check out some indie. So. Wants to know, Perry, have you seen Super Great Friends' incredible LP series centered around his Wrestlo-C bully demise? Yes, I have. I'm a huge Super Great Friend fan. He's, you know, he has been around for over a decade now. In this stuff, it's wild. Time marches on, it's wild. And I always love that he plays very eclectic and weird little games. Very like sometimes slightly spooky, sometimes slightly strange games, but always a certain brand of quirky game. He's very good at that. And he's very fun to watch because he's just kind of chill, a little bit dry, a little bit cheeky. Just a very fun guy to watch. And when he started playing the M. Dickey games from the absolutely buck wild mind of M. Dickey. I can't even get started on M. Dickey. M. Dickey is an indie creator, like an auteur. I would absolutely call him an auteur. And he makes extremely dumb and bad games, but they're fascinating. They're fascinating in their weirdness and dumbness, really. And some of those games include wrestling games. And Super Great Friend got really curious about those games, and I really recommend anyone who's in chat who's not familiar with Super Great Friend and the Adventures of Bully Demise. He has a playlist of the whole saga. Really recommend checking that out. Google that. Absolutely beautiful in every way. Fever dreams of games presented by a very dry and fun-witted person through the lens of his extremely goofy wrestling OC bully demise. Highly recommend. It's a great time. Gosh, I had such a bizarre moment a few weeks ago because I know Super Great Friend streams, but I was never able to like go to his streams. And I was a bit shy of going to Twitch, but now that I actually use Twitch, I went to one of his streams. I couldn't stay the whole time because it was too late at night for me. But I said something in chat and he responded to it. Do you know how weird it is? Like, I don't have any special, like, excitement for him. He's not like some superhero to me. It's just a guy I really enjoyed watching, and I've been watching him for almost the entire time he's been on YouTube. So that's over 10 years, right? So when that guy suddenly just talks to me, even if it's just like for 5 seconds because he says my name out loud, that's just a really weird feeling. When you're used to someone just being a guy whose YouTubes you watch. And then he says your name out loud. It felt like I was crossing the streams, and it was very strange. For 5 seconds, Super Great Friend was aware that I exist, even though I've been aware of his existence for literally over a decade. That's more what struck me. Not that I was like, oh, starstruck. More just like, damn. All this time, he was just it was a one-directional relation entirely. And just for this extremely brief window, it was two-directional. So weird. So weird. Yes, white chicken. I'm noticing you. I'm not your senpai, though. Hey, Brian. Hey, Void. Hey, Sunny. Yes, I have all acknowledged you. I appreciate you all, too. You don't have to do anything special for me to acknowledge you. Like I said, it was more just... I have not been in this business nearly that long, so, you know. I don't think anyone could have a moment like that with me yet. But it's very enjoyable to have that moment. And very strange. Mouse, please. Stay on track. And for those who are just joining us, we are currently trucking from Kalispell in Montana to Glasgow in Montana. Not the Glasgow in Scotland. I've been to the Glasgow in Scotland. I've not been to the Glasgow in Montana because I've never been to Montana. But yeah, this is an excellent cozy game. Driving. See, I can look at the stars. Quite nice, really. We're delivering heavy loads to other towns. And as people in the chat point out to me, Montana is very gorgeous in real life, and they did a pretty good job representing that in this game. We've driven through some beautiful forests and riversides and whatnot. The wiki wants me to hydrate. Thank you very much. I shall do that. Have a little sip for the burb. Burb sippy. Thank you very much. Wait station. We have to weigh ourselves. Eh. It's chug chug all over again. Yes, at the last convention appearance I had, people really wanted me to chug a 2-liter bottle of water. I was not going to do that. Oh, I went the wrong way. Please. Right and backwards with this thing sucks. Oh, there's someone behind me. Well, that's a problem. This is very awkward. This is terrible in every way. I do not like this. I'm jackknifing like crazy now. Trailer damage. Yeah, no. I'm not driving backwards, right? Yes, shut up. I'm gonna have to drive into the weigh station in a different fashion. Some way I can turn around. Yes, at my convention appearance, I did have to drink a lot of water. Because it was... The air was quite dry and stuff. Like, stiff for me. So I actually had to go to the bathroom during, while doing my job. That was very bad. I had to, turn up the mic and just leave the stage for a minute. Thankfully, the bathroom was very close. But it was still awkward. But hey, I will just blame the audience that kept encouraging me to drink more. I did not chug the entire bottle at once, though. I literally couldn't. My stomach would have probably imploded on me, and nobody wants to see that, so... Oh, there's a tree. There's a tree. There's a tree. I snake around this? Oh, we did it. We can now weigh ourselves. Yes, thanks for reminding me to hydrate. It is indeed important. It's not as hot here as it was in a few weeks ago. Hope the summer is finally ending. Gosh, and to think summer used to be my favorite season. Not anymore. Thanks, climate change. But I still gotta hydrate. I still gotta, watch for my health. Hydrating is important even when you're not sweating your butt off. Oh, this traffic light isn't working properly, so I'm just gonna go. Again, I forgot which buttons are for signaling, and I am not gonna look it up anymore. The world will have to live with this. Yeah, we're driving for Havre now, the place I wanted to do a delivery to, but then the game crashed, so we couldn't. Posture check. Okay, I am sitting properly, but I will do a stretch. So, a reminder. I appreciate the follow, by the way, Hoxie. Sometimes my tools don't update right, so I don't always immediately see it. My apologies. Oh, I didn't activate that shop. Whatever. I'm coming back here anyway. Just claim it's a BMW truck? BMW trucks don't have turn signals? That sounds weird. Go faster! Oh, no, I didn't mean to act open. Where was my big horn again? What was that? No, it's not this. Well, if someone remembers where the big horn is. One of my drivers has leveled up. Good for him. Oh, it's the meme that BMW drivers don't know how to indicate turns. See, I'm not enough of a car person to know that, but I do know BMW drivers have a reputation for being stuck up and difficult. And I mean, when it comes to like being a difficult driver, my grandpa was a big BMW fan. And he was a very annoying driver. Like, he got in trouble with the cops once in a while because he would drive too fast or take a turn wrong and then lightly bump into somebody. My grandpa was a pretty reckless driver, so I can only confirm the cliche about BMW drivers. And if you're German, you might also be aware of the cliche that old men will always wear hats while driving. Yeah, my grandpa did that too. He was every cliche of an old, difficult BMW driver. I am indeed German, yeah. Moin moin. Welcome, hallo, willkommen. Oh, backseat drivers are the worst, and this probably didn't help with my grandpa's driving, because my grandma, who couldn't drive, always told him how to drive. It was both kind of scary and entertaining to be in the same car with them. It was like a kid, you know, visiting them, and we'd go places, and my grandpa and my grandma would always bicker about his driving. And she had a point, but she was also really annoying about it. Bakertoon says that his dad is really annoying in the car as a backseat driver. That's why we say, you know, no backseat gaming. That's why I say I appreciate help when I ask for it in games. But please don't overdo it. Please don't literally tell me how to play, because I am the one streaming, not you. And it's probably the same thing for driving then, huh? But it takes completely the wind out of your sails if you don't even get to do anything yourself. Baker says it's the same thing when the dad is in the car with his mom. It got to the point that my mom threatened to leave him on the highway if he didn't stop. I really hope I can still go to Sweden. At this point, they've decided maybe I can't go at all, because now they insist insurance won't cover me, so... That's fun. I was hoping I could learn to drive in Sweden, because their driving lessons include more stuff at the same price. I'd get less for the same money I'd have to pay in here where I live anyway, so it's whatever. We'll find out if I can still go, but it's really annoying because my husband kept asking, can my wife come with me? And everyone, all his bosses told him no, and nope, someone further up the food chain said, no, actually. Like, the bosses, his bosses said, yes, she can, not a problem. Someone further up the food chain said, no, it is a problem now. Highly annoying. We'll see what happens. I'll keep y'all updated, but I kind of want to know, you know? I mean, I am a EU citizen. I just want them to tell me what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, like, if I need to sort out my own insurance, I will. They just need to let me go with you. Yeah, and you raised the stink about it. I appreciate it, Contra. Just, we'll find out if I can still go. Oh, there's a train. I would go for 6 months. I think that's longer than travel insurance would apply for, unfortunately. Yeah, the Swedish man is still fighting it with the Swedes in charge of moving. I appreciate that, Fontra. Because again, that's such a weird, bizarre decision if it's because of insurance. I can handle my own insurance if they need me to. I just need them to let me, you know? Let me. Eh. Oh, you got travel insurance for 8 months, see? So that would also be an option. I really don't know what the fuss is all about. I'm very easygoing. I literally just want to go with, because I'm not staying alone here for 6 months. But yeah, life is annoying when you're dealing with bureaucracy, bureaucrats. Man, this has been a long job, by the way, and most of the trouble was red lights in towns, of course. We're almost there. 60 miles left. Anomaniac suggests, you know, it might be cynical to assume, but maybe they just don't want too many people to go. But again, it's just a temporary move. We're not going to stay. It's a 6 months thing. But it is true that Sweden in recent years has become more hostile to immigration. So, who knows? Who truly knows? I know that their immigration offices are extremely overloaded on paperwork right now. So, maybe that's an aspect to it. That they want to have less work. Like, I would not be surprised if that's an aspect. Too bad, though, that we're gonna fight them on it. This was promised. Like, they told us, yeah, you can go. And, you know, if someone promises me something, at the very least, I'm gonna follow up on that. Well, Sweden has long and often been called the best place on Earth to live. Of course, then some people will want to move there. And unfortunately, they've become more protective of this status, which is frustrating. Oh, look at this gorgeous sunrise. Look. That's so nice. Love watching the sun go up over the hills. Baker, you think of Swiss bank accounts. I don't think Sweden ever had any sort of... I don't think they had any sort of special bank privilege. It's always been Switzerland. That's been softened up a little bit in recent years due to the sheer amount of tax fraud that occurred thanks to people hiding their money in Switzerland. So the Swiss have been very staunchly defensive of their rights to do that way. But it's been softened up a little bit with some agreements with EU countries and such that wanted the Swiss banks to release some information on tax evaders that they were chasing. And Switzerland is not an EU country, technically. That's what made it so difficult in the first place, actually. Because Switzerland, being its own thing, meant that they didn't have these bilateral agreements to begin with. So anything that you negotiate with Switzerland has to be negotiated separately. And that makes some things very complicated. Switzerland is famous for its neutrality, and they take that very far. Oh, I see our destination approaching. Heck yes. Long job, but we made it. Hopefully from here, we'll get a chance to do a job to a place I haven't been to yet. No, it's alright. It's like the Europe is a weird, complicated mess of many little countries doing a lot of weird things, so I don't blame anybody, especially from the US, who doesn't keep up with all that. Alright, this is our destination. Just gonna get more light in here. Alright, yeah, I think I can try parking. Let's give that a shot, at least. This might not be the best place, like, my stream's showing up the best place to get detailed information on the history of Switzerland, but I recommend looking it up. Switzerland is an interesting place. For now, we'll find out if I can park. Thanks for reminding me to hydrate, Brion. There's some horses. Getting on horse? Yes, we parked. Aha. Of course I'm faster than you, Hog. I'm playing a video game and you're trucking in real life. You deserve a lot more respect for what you complete than I do. Alright, let's not see. We have a job to Bozeman. That's a place I've not been to. The pay is kind of pants. But it's the best job we can get that's still within Montana, so we'll do it. I have never parked in real life. We'll find out if I can learn it sometime. I sure hope so. Alright. I'm gonna have a quick stop by the horses. I wanna watch horses. Y'all, look, there's horses. Look at the horses! Is there a lot of horse riding in Montana? Is that it's just like a thing? Or it's like more like a country thing in general, I think. Look at them going around and around. And country music, well, here's the problem. I'd have to find country music that wouldn't get me copyright claimed. I can have a quick look if you want, but I am not hopeful about my prospects on that. Time for Kevin MacLeod music. Yeah, Kevin MacLeod makes some really nice music, but let me see. A lot of DMCA free stuff will be like lo-fi music or like instrumental stuff like this. Here it says it's a rural US thing. There are a few farms with some here in western Indiana. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm having a look if I'll find anything. Oh, I would absolutely love recommendations for royalty-free stuff. Because I just don't like getting in trouble. I left some, like, when I did my first Truck Simulator stream, I accidentally left some music on briefly that was copyrighted because I didn't recognize the songs. I didn't know. And of course, it immediately all got claimed on YouTube, so... Not the worst thing to happen. At least I didn't get claimed on Twitch, which is scarier, because Twitch gets meaner about it. Yeah, let me see if Cam McLeod has, like... I'm curious now if he has music. Country music. Royalty-free music. Genre. And I think he's even listed as country. Maybe it's not his thing. It has blues. Jazz. Oh, a bunch of jazz. But yeah, unfortunately, no country songs. Top 10 free country music on YouTube. Okay, here's a problem. Just because it says it's free doesn't necessarily mean it will not have a license on it. It says Creative Commons. Okay, that might be okay. Can be used freely. Okay, I'll try that. I'll give that a try. Why not? At least, but it's always be very careful. When something says it's free, you have to check specifically that it's DMCA free or royalty free. Creative Commons has a license that is royalty free. Like, that's all okay. It's just always be careful because some things are free but not allowed to be used in this manner anyway. Sorry to hear your trouble with the license you bought, Baker. And this is the sort of thing that can happen, unfortunately, because, yeah, like I said, license automation is a pain in the... Right, let's enjoy some royalty-free country. Yeah. Alright, let's pick up our new trailer. Oh yeah, the way DMCA works currently is extremely out of touch with the reality of anything. And copyright holders are extremely overzealous in these things, but you know. That's unfortunately how it is. And you have, if you're like me and you upload your archives to YouTube, which you have to, basically, because again, Twitch cut the time to keep my VODs in half from 2 weeks to a week, which is terrible. So I have to deal both with Twitch's copyright system and YouTube's, and they have separate algorithms. So that was great. Anomaniac praises that I selected my music before driving. I'm a very responsible driver. Well, I wouldn't call myself a responsible driver. You might have seen me have some troubles with the law. Yes, I'm sitting upright thanks for posture check, Baker. I am also gonna do a quick stretch. Ah. And I shall hydrate as well. Thank you. Skippy for the burb. I should really just make that like a little emote that pops up and activates that. That is not. I don't like when there's a ton of like sound effects activated, but maybe I can do like a little sippy burp that pops up. Because that's like a mean picture of a I think it's a cockatiel, which, you know, close enough. And it says sip on it. So I think of that every time people tell me to hydrate. I still need to come up with more fun ideas on how to give like not really super invasive but fun little ways for people to interact with my channel points. So I'm thinking of some stuff. It isn't such perfect music for this. Thank you for linking me a nice list of royalty-free country tunes. Only shame is we don't get guys singing about how much they love their trucks. You know, the cliche of the bro country stuff. Like, you know, the more recent wave of country in some ways has been a lot about bros being real dudes singing about how much they love their trucks. I love my truck. So, no, we're not getting any of that. You just have to imagine that someone's singing about, oh, I love my truck. Yeah, I love my truck. Would marry my truck if I could marry my truck. Truck love. Truck love. Kissing my truck. Every day and night. It's my truck. I love my truck. Yeah. I really like my truck. It's a good truck, but I wouldn't marry my truck. I don't think that it would be a great idea. I'm already married to a dog. I'm a burb. Married to a dog, it works. I cannot marry my truck. Oh, there's dinosaurs in the back there. Okay, that's cute. Yeah, I think if I fell in love with oh, I forgot to turn. If I fell in love with my truck now, I think that would be an issue. No trucks allowed in our nation. Okay, okay. That's alright. I guess. Imagine going to a wedding and all the truck's relatives are in the audience. Oh, I need to turn my windshield wipers. Where was my wiper again? P. Okay. What other relatives of a truck anyway? Are they like other trucks? Different? Are they from the same brand, or will they intermarry between the brands? Oh gosh, we're just reinventing cars. You know, Disney, Pixar cars again. Don't forget, there's a pope. The cars and cars have a pope. There's a pope. There's a car pope. Who's a car? Like not a pope for cars, but also a pope that is a car. This implies, you know, Christianity exists in the same form in the Cars universe. At least it's just done by cars. Which implies, you know, some specific events in the world happened in the Cars universe as well. Were there car crusades? I must know. There was a car Jesus? Oh, thank you so much for the subscription, Loneless. I'm sorry my thingy still doesn't always update, but I'm gonna manually update it so everyone can see that you're awesome and donated to my channel with your subscription. Thank you so very much. I gotta make like a small alert, like something subtle, something cute. I don't like when there's a ton of noises. That always startles me because I've, you know, autism, certain sensory sensitivities, but a small alert or something would be fun. And the cutest burp on Twitch. Oh my gosh. Cutest burp on... Aww. Thank you. I can turn on my wipers. Did that guy who passed away from laughing too hard at a donkey exist in the Cars world too? And was the donkey also a car? One of the Cars movies confirmed World War II happened. Yeah, I know how. Even it confirmed it because there was like an airplane or car or something that was a model that was made during World War II. Like a former army thing or something. No, please. Let's not. No, let's not discuss the specifics of car dictators, please. But yes, there's a. Cars is a weird world, okay? Cars is a very weird world. Oh god, chat pull up. I know I brought this up. I know this is my fault, but also chat pull up. Cars 2 is weird. I mean, make your own opinion, you know, about anything like this. Just make your own opinion. Watch it yourself, see how you like it, but Cars 1, I wasn't always super into Cars anyway. I was old enough, probably it wasn't for me. It was probably clearly targeted, more so than other Pixar movies, even at kids. But there's nothing wrong with enjoying Cars. The first movie was fine. I thought it was alright. Like, it was perfectly okay. The second movie is weird. It does a lot of things where I was just confused more than anything else about why it did that. But it's not like... I don't think you're gonna waste your time watching Cars 2. I would just say, it's weird. It's weird. But if you got some time to spare, just watch it yourself, see what you think. It just does a lot of things that have nothing to do, for me, with the appeal of the Cars. Why does Twitter hate time lapses of art? No, you have to explain that. Like, how do you get in trouble for that? Time-lapse video is a completely normal thing to do for drawings. It's pretty cool. How do you get in trouble for it? Oh, did like Twitter remove the videos themselves? Like, or I thought you meant like people didn't like them or something, the videos. But you said Twitter removed them? Oh. But that's the thing, Twitter... Yeah, but Twitter allows people to post naughty stuff. It's kind of famous that people post very naughty stuff on Twitter. I'm very vague on this because my stream here is 18 plus because I like being able to discuss adult topics. And I don't want children to think I'm making content for them because I truly am not. But I'm still not going to go into deep detail about the naughty stuff, but we all know what it is. If your stream is lagging, if you're behind, you just refresh the page, or close the app and reopen the app. You're not having lag issues. That's good to know, actually, because that shouldn't be a thing. My connection is reporting no problems. You might need to turn down the quality. There should be a few options for the stream quality. Sorry if you're having issues. It's like, I'm not sure why. Everything on my end checks out. Yeah, my bitrate checks out. Got nothing running in the background either. The wonders of technology. God, driving through towns. The worst. At least I don't have super heavy cargo this time, but it's pretty long. What am I even transporting right now? I actually I didn't even look. Dried fruit! Mmm. Yum. I'm a big fan of some dried fruit, like dried apricot. Very yummy. No turn signals, baby, because I still don't remember what buttons those were. Finally, we're leaving the town. At least not a lot of traffic lights, and like Kalispell, which was just traffic light hell. The colors on my truck are actually specifically the bisexual pride colors. It seemed like as good of an inspiration as any for a truck, and I'm a bisexual burb, a bi-herb, if you will. So. The power of the bi-herb represented. I honestly should make more different, like, variations of truck paints, but I just like this one so much that I just haven't covered yet. They have a cool styles, too. They're very pleasing colors. They represent me. It just looks good. I love me my blues and pinks. Purples, it just goes well together. Ugh, towns. Why do we have to have towns? You know? No, you didn't step anyone's feet. It's fine. I'm also quite aware the colors are very similar to a certain My Little Pony Generation 4 character. Twilight Sparkle is a very beautiful pony that also happens to be very much bisexual colored, which is fun. I know it's fine not to know things. It's completely fine to just ask. And I'll tell you. Not knowing things is not a crime. Unless you're doing a crime and then claim you didn't know it was a crime. Then it's still a crime, apparently. But I'm not a legal expert. Please do not get this bird as your legal expert. But yes, not knowing things about everyone's lives is completely valid. Just ask, and you shall be answered. But that is also why I have the LGBTQIA+ tag on my stream. Since I am bi and some sort of queer woman. I don't know. Gender for me is just kind of... I can do what I want with it. It's mostly woman. Rest, I don't know. It's fine. Very chill about it. I just like feeling open to express myself, so I figured that is a good umbrella term for me. I just like saying Birb because of the stupid pun. They even have a burb behind the window. My gender is Perry. Yeah, honestly, that's the best way of putting it. Sometimes when I don't know what term is correct for, and again, it's a very personal choice, right? It's entirely just for me in the end. Some days it's just, yeah, whatever. Don't know what else to call it. It's just bird. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us for the stream, Baker. Glad you like this. It's a very cozy kind of thing to stream, you know? Oh, I need to turn left. Nobody's behind me. It's cool. Actually, ahead of me is actually a location I haven't been to. I might just unlock that. And just turn from there. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Like unlocking more locations. I said it before, but traffic laws and birds do not mix. I'm a burp. I can do what I want. Let's go. I imagine that's some sort of like truck dealership, I think, if I'm reading that correctly. I'll unlock it either way. But it's a viewpoint, it's not a dealership. Alright, sure. That works too. Now we got a turn because the head is not actually available to us. We can actually drive for that. Yeah, crows and corvids in general are extremely smart birds. And as a result, they actually have the capacity to have fun. Most animals don't. Most animals not have the intelligence or the peace of mind to do things just for fun. They have to work solely on their survival instincts. But corvids make games and do things just for fun. It's pretty amazing, honestly. Oxy says that apparently they try to dare other members of the flock to try to pass very closely to a car without being hit. Pretty awesome. Thank you, text to speech, for making me sound drunk, says Oxy. It's okay. I figured out what you wanted to say. Text to speech to text is pretty wild sometimes. Oh, it seems we're actually getting on the highway now. Ooh. We haven't been on the full-on proper highway today at all, I think. We've just all been doing, like, country roads and such. Yeah, this is the first time we're entering a proper highway today. Our country music is over, so I'm gonna quickly pause. Royalty-free ranch music. I don't know if any of that's gonna be the exact same stuff we just heard, but I'll click on it. Have a look. We'll try that. It's definitely easy to drive on, but not as pretty. Oh gosh, there's a way station ahead. Hopefully we don't have to wait again. No. We do have to wait again. That's what I get. Yeah, I will stop at the truck scale once this other truck in front of me is done. Oh. Ready for passing the inspection. Posture check. I'm sitting well with a quick stretch. Hoxie also for giving me... Ground wants to make sure I sit right, and Hoxie wants to make sure I drink right. That's good. Yum yum. Thank you for taking care of your local bird. As you can see, the highway is indeed not as exciting, but hey, it gets us to our goal faster. Oh, that's very important. You're always gonna hold very gentle like hamburger. I want a burger, dang it. It's all this trucking too, you know. Oh, I need to set up a bird feeder on my balcony. Especially now when the months get cold. Yep. Gotta support the burbs. To be able to watch birds. Hi, train. I'm cooler than you. No, not really, actually. I love trains. I'm just racing it and I'm like, yeah, look at me, I'm going faster. But also I'm carrying less load, so I think the train wins, honestly. I'm just having truck hubris. Foxy says at our feeder we had a woodpecker that learned how it worked and banged on the gutter when we feed him, so we'd feed him at 5 a.m. Yeah, birds are clever little bastards, that's why I love them. I'm not just biased because I love a bird, I'm a bird, you know, but I love birds. Birds are great. Birds should have everything. Everything they want. We had a hummingbird that would come yell at us. Okay, I have to ask, hummingbirds are so small. How does a hummingbird yell? I kind of assumed admittedly that it would just make very tiny noises. It's such a tiny and small little being. It's little peeps. Beep, 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 beep. Rosie says it would check at the feeder, and if it was empty, the bird would hover by the screen door and shout inside. Or behind our heads if we were outside. They sound like a very small, high-pitched trilling whistle. That makes sense. That's adorable. Hummingbirds are so dang cute. They're so tiny. So impossibly tiny. Makes me want to cry as so tiny. It's great. Oh, oh. A little bit too off the road there. Took that a little bit too far. Too wide. Oh gosh, I need to find out what a snoring hummingbird sounds like. Hang on. I will have to put that on the stream. Everyone needs to know what a snoring hummingbird sounds like. Once I've delivered this load, I need to listen to the snoring hummingbird. Discovered Bozeman. I've now been to every location, major location in Montana in this game. Oh goodness. Oh goodness, no. I'm actually not gonna park at all. I don't feel like it. I want to listen to the snoring bird. Hang on. Snoring bird. Okay, give me a second. Pause this music. It's its own little window, and then put it on the stream. One sec. This is highly important content, y'all. Capture. Burp breaks are highly important. Never be without a burp break. You know, just make it so you can still see me. Hydrate and posture check. I will do both. Thank you. But first, we're gonna.
A scientist in Peru captured this, escaping from the tiny body of a sleeping hummingbird. A high-pitched but unmistakable snore. Hummingbirds are loved for their beauty and speed, but this one was behaving a little bit like a human. The perfect cute response trigger.
Like that. Too impossibly. Thank you for this blessing. That was wonderful in every way. Right. You have to do one more job to a different city. Ideally one to Havre, because we have not been to Havre. Is your job to Havre? Then we fulfill the goal. Because I don't just need to be in all of these towns, I need to deliver to all of them or from them. Oh, Bozeman. Okay, great. Doesn't help. We have nothing for Havre. No, we don't. Of course not. Thank you for telling me now what the turn signals are. I will probably forget anyway. Gotta remember I have a different keyboard anyway, so. Dang it, I just want a job. So Havre, whatever. The maps here are not fully accurate to the real world. It's like an imitation of the real world. They do their best to make it fit, but it is abridged basically. Everything's smaller. Yeah, that's really annoying. No jobs to Havre. We'll see if it still counts if I do a job that's 100 miles. Going to Butts. Be 150 miles. I'll do that one. We'll see where it takes us. Let's go pick up our cargo. Yeah, train, shush. All good. Chill. I just want to get my burp decoration. This is important. Sunny wants me to hydrate? I shall hydrate. Are you serious? I was literally 2 miles over at that moment. Ah, heck the popo. Heck the popo. I will do a stretch for you. I'd love to have some Canadian authentic poutine sometime. An indulgent thing. obviously did not happen. A perfect verb. Perfect at driving. Nothing bad ever happens when I drive. Nothing bad ever happens when I drive. This is facts. Keep your kids reading over the summer. Reading is great. I meant reading. Shakes on Sundays. I'd like that. I want an ice cream cone. Yeah. Oh, maybe I still have some at home. Ah, there it is. Cargo. At this farm? Like a farm. Yep. Ah, perfect. Sadly, no horses here. Lots and lots of farm. Okay, I will have to turn around. Hmm? Here we go. Great, this should count, hopefully, for our final job necessary for the Burb goal. Going to butte butts, whatever. I'm sure people actually live there, hear this all the time, and I'm probably kind of sick of people like me making jokes like that. But I also admit I have the brain of a 12-year-old sometimes, so I see something that sounds like butt, I'm gonna say butt. Butt's funny. No! I guess this is why you're supposed to use turn signals, but I refuse because they're kind of placed badly on my keyboard and I don't want to bother. Maybe this is why I do need a wheel eventually, though, because of the wheel I might have a better time with turning signals. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. I'm just above the law, like I said. I'm a burb. Have you seen a burb follow laws? No. It's not a thing we do. Birds and dinosaurs. The dinosaurs didn't have laws. The dinosaurs didn't have Vehicles that could crash. Dinosaurs didn't have fines. Dinosaurs had none of those things. Why should Burbs? Why should Burbs have? They shouldn't. That's why. You're mine now. It's like, look, okay, the way that works is I already paid for the privilege of owning this car. I paid 900. So it's mine now. Mine to crash and play with whatever way I please. It's mine now. See? Getting fined again. It's my car. My toy. Keep your kids reading over the summer. I just had to drive that home. Great at my job. I'm so good at my job. Amazing at my job. Everyone knows it. I'm amazing at my job. Nobody can stop me. Because I'm amazing at my job. We have groundskeepers at this school. Hi. Hello. Oh. Is there literally an invisible wall here? Yes, there is. I'm sad now. This man doesn't even acknowledge me. Look. Hi. I'm right there. Hi. Pay attention to me. He just walked under my truck. Look at him. Going around. Around. Okay, now I'm gonna watch. He's gonna go under my truck. See? He just went under my wheel. Incredible. This groundskeeper needs a freaking raise. He will break the rules of physics just to keep mowing in this one circle the entire time. That's a man who loves his job. Nobody needs that sign anyway. Oh. Still gotta listen to the lights, though. He's still going. Forever. Or rather... It is achievements that challenge you to make a delivery without taking damage, yes. Took me a while to get those. There's also just-in-time deliveries where you have to go fast, which I'm great at. And you generally get deductions of your pay if you deliver things damaged, so... You're supposed not to do that. Supposed to being the key word here. Red light violation. I don't care anymore. Like to be real honest here, money in this game becomes very quickly not an issue anymore, and there's no way that the game actually takes away your license or anything. You can just keep violating things. It's just not, you know, again, if you want achievements, that doesn't work. So, and you want your money, if you want your full money, like and it's just again for bragging rights. You said, you know, I did this perfectly. Delays, no damage. Thanks, Jasper, for making me hydrate. Then... Oh, goodness, I see what you all do. I'll hydrate for Hoxie. Hydrate for Hoxie again. Hydrate for Beyond. And I'll do a stretch for Beyond. Y'all a goose and I love ya. It's not annoying, it's funny. It still wants me to hydrate. Okay, sure. I really need to add more purposes to the points. The seeds. Tasty little seeds. So you have more things to do with it than just making me fill my bladder. Well, hydrating is good. It's important, I appreciate it. It's just... It gives you sillies more to do. What, it cleanses me of what? My sins? My driving sins? Never. Never gonna happen. I'm uncleansable, ungovernable, unstoppable. That should be my motto, honestly. Uncleansable, ungovernable, unstoppable. Period. Look at these suckers before me. Of course they all went, and then when I'm here, it's red again. Ugh. Bad. Yeah, Power Washer Simulator is apparently actually quite fun. Maybe I should play that sometime. Turn green. Please. Look how short that window is. No, I'm just going now. I'm just going now. No, no, nobody will stop me now. That turn window is way too short. You saw that. There. We're going. Because I said so. Nope. Oh. What did you two do? Is this a crash or some crap? Oh, that truck broke down. Well, too bad. So sad. Music is over. I will have to swap that again. I'll just go back to my lo-fi, I think, now, because I'm running out of music that I trust is actually copyright free. Like, again, some random person on YouTube saying it's copyright free. Gotta be big careful. Lo-fi beats to truck to. I should, now that Loneless showed me that Monster Cat Gold subscription, where if you give them a few bucks per month, you can use their music in your streams, I should probably do that sometime. For things that need a little bit more energy. Monster Cat makes some very fun EDM. Lo-fi beats to commit traffic offenses too. No, yeah, that. Have you considered the traffic is offending me? It's no offense that they're trying to limit me in my powers. I'm just saying. Have you considered that? Because you should. Also, to be fair, I mean, this is very much a thing in real life, too. It's always the other drivers, right? That are the worst. Never you, it's always the other drivers. Just like when you're playing a MOBA. Always the people on your team that are the worst. And sometimes it's actually true, but also sometimes it's not, but it's always easier to blame them anyway. It's always the others. Oh, we're going uphill. Always when I'm transporting heavy cargo, I can feel it immediately. I'm slowing down significantly compared to others. Look at that cheeky little convertible. Oh, we're going downhill now. Oh, this is dangerous. I will have the momentum. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's be careful. A little bit careful. Gorgeous environment, though. Look at this. Cliffs and stuff. Love that. Make room for me! Ha! Downhill mastered. It's the power of Burb. Burb. Size load. Trying to think of a joke about that, but my brain is drawing a blank. So, thank you. We can bypass the way station. Good. So I can keep trucking. Look at those suckers. They have to take the way station. Ha! I do not. Me and my oversized load. Hmm? See how far I can get without trying to actually break. Oh. Oh, motherfucker. But I can do it. I can do it. I'm awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be great if Roadsword is empty in real life. But mostly no. In the US, sometimes yes. In Germany, absolutely no. Never. Milk. Deliciously natural. Oh. Deliciously distracting! Screw you, Milk. I'm blaming you for this. Consequences of my actions? Don't be silly. It's very fitting that the person who just commented on my milk mistake is called tactical fail. Yes, if Milk is at fault, I accept no responsibility for anything. Nope. That bus came out of nowhere! I was really not doing that on purpose. I seriously did not see that bus. I kind of need a lot of range to turn, so... Screw you, bus. God, I need to pay for repairs. Alright, alright. Speed through that. I'm not gonna let any train stop me now. Yes. There. There's a way station here? Oh, seriously? This thing? Yeah, good thing I can bypass that. I don't give a flip. Basically at the destination, so... Alright, let's see if I finish the event with this job. I hope so. Cows are extremely cute, just saying, by the way. Let's try the parking here. Come on, come on. Yes. We have parked. See, and no damage penalty because the damage was just to my own dang truck. No, it's still 11 out of 12. Dang it. It needs to be 12 different cities. Need a job to Harvard. I had one earlier, remember? And then the game crashed. So mad about Harvard. Harvard's such a... Literally nothing to Harvard today. No! Why not? Why are you playing me like this, game? Why are you doing this to me? Will it also re-roll it for online contracts, though? Do I just keep re-rolling? If that works, I will do it. I need Ed as my last place. Come on, please. It keeps showing me the same things. I can refresh some of them. Gosh dang it, I really have to actually... So, give me a second. Alright, I'm back. Need in the bathroom. Because y'all kept making me drink water. Guess I can fast travel there, but... It's almost like cheating, but... Game keeps refusing to make Harvard work. So, what am I to do, you know? How do I quick travel again? I don't want to navigate to it. No! Not navigate to it. I need a job. I'm gonna fast travel to it. Like, it's just giving me options for navigation. It was quick travel again. It just keeps showing me jobs, but I don't want to look at jobs. Oh, yeah, I have to separately. I can't travel there. City has no service. Oh, why is Harvard such a cursed place? Place Hopper is such an accursed place. Like it. Like it one bit. I go quick travel somewhere that might have a job too there. Try Kalispell again. We've done that route today already. Track is in no condition for trade. Oh, I need to repair myself first. Oh my gosh. Birbtrucking foiled again. Fine, we'll drive to the repair place. 40 miles. Sure. Gotta do what I gotta do. But we let you have that job, and then the game was corrupted. Got away. Taunting me. That's what it's doing. However, being a garbage. I don't even know. This is not working as a pun the way I want it to be. Bad. Bad. You beat the shit out of a truck because you're going to get it fixed. Well, it will cost more. But yes, technically. Speeding violation here? Are you serious? How about you go eat a pile of crap, you damn video game cops. Literally a road nobody uses. Burp mad. Burp very mad. All video game cops. Yeah, basically, because they give me fines for driving too fast in a freaking tiny road that has no this residential area at all. Nobody's driving on it, but you get fined for it anyway. I know they do this in real life. They put speed traps in place where people don't expect it, and then they drive 5 miles over or 5 kilometers over, and they get fined. So, I know this is how it works. That's how communities make money. No, I don't want my parking brake. That's how they make money. With fines like that, but still. Yeah. Very mean to burp truckers directly, you know? You can't be mean to burp truckers. That's just not okay. At least I can go super fast because we don't have a load and we don't have a job that limits anything. So I can just speed. You've leveled up. You're now level 21 professional. Also, if you're watching me while you're in the bath, that is obviously a bird bath stream, yes. Obviously, naturally. Bird baths are really cute, by the way. Have you watched videos of birds bathing themselves? It is the cutest dang thing ever. I'd recommend that. If you haven't done it recently, do it. Watch bird baths. Engine malfunction, literally as I'm on the repair thing. Please. Alright. Now we can quick travel. Still weird that I can't do that over the map. It's kind of funky. I go to Kalispell and hope there will be a job this time. Hope there will be a job. However, not even letting me pass trail there is just adding insult to injury. That place is literally trying to troll me. So rude. Better be a job, Harbor. No, there isn't one. Fuck you, Harbor. I have to say it like that. Because Harbor is being garbage. It's straight Great Falls. Great Falls is great. If it has jobs to Harbor from. Dead. Gimme. Gimme jobs. Nope. Why? How dare you be like this? Spending more money. Chasing this. Harper just doesn't want me to deliver to it. Kalispell was similarly elusive for a bit, but we figured that out and we got that awesome plushie. For those who don't remember. Sitting right there. A good little goat. Goated. Why is Harbour not cooperating with me? See? If I literally find none of these jobs, I will have to do that next time. Maybe off stream even, because maybe next time I was gonna play something else to change the pace. It's a nice game to play, but I like keeping it fresh for myself, so. My last resort is Glendive. If Glendive has nothing for me, I am not gonna bother anymore. For the day. Since these external contracts are on a different timer because they're connected to the website, part of the event and stuff, they might not refresh as fast as I need them to. Normal jobs refresh fast, but that's normal jobs. Please. Nope. Again, I've been spelling it correctly this entire time. I always keep checking, like, did I spell it? Is it like spelled different and I made a mistake? No, it's not. We will do this next time, or I will do this off stream. I'm still gonna think about it either way, but no, this is bad. Very bad. Look at this crap. Not letting me deliver to this one town I'm missing. Still, very successful trucking today. Successful lawn mowing today. And I got a skill point I'm going to spend. High value cargo. Let's do it. Good times for everyone. I hope. I had a great time. I hope y'all did too. Before we go anywhere. Well, good. I will check which of my friends we can visit for a little raid at the end. My lovely friends. Let's see what they're up to. Oh, let's visit Loneless. Loneless is German, so the stream is likely going to be in German. I apologize for that, but I hope you will still have a look. Loneless draws awesome things, plays lovely games. If you want to watch nice art. I think art transcends all languages. Let's watch. Visit Loneless. They gave me a sub earlier. Deserves it. Thank you so much for joining me for trucking today. Even if we couldn't quite finish the event because the game decided no. But still. The good times, that's what I care about. Thank you for being so sweet to me as always, and we'll visit my friend. Y'all have a lovely rest of your day, /evening, /night, whatever's coming up for you. Be good to yourselves.